Gato Perro back with another action figure review today on the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spider Strike Air Raid Green Goblin. Alright, so I usually don't review 3 3/4 inch figures that much, especially not from this line, which is basically the movie series that has a bunch of gimmicks in 3 3/4 inch form. And except for this guy kind of demanded it, since it is the only version that we've gotten so far of the movie Green Goblin based on the Harry Osborn character. And yeah, we found it at Ross out of all places. You can see the sticker right there for $5. On the packaging, we just get some Spider-Man up at the top, thwipping, looking epic, but I'm sure you've seen it before many times, shelf warming at Walmart's, Target, Toys R Us. We get the figure on the inside, we get instant attack with the picture, and then we just get air raid at the bottom. On the back, we just get how to work the gimmick. It says it includes a magnet. You gotta put it on the glider, and it'll pop out some kind of wings for action. Then we have a web shield, Spider-Man in shock, snare, electro, pretty lame. And then we get another Spider-Man picture looking pretty cool as well. Anyway, let's get to the review of Green Goblin. Alright, so here's Green Goblin out of the box, and this is a kid's toy, and it is in a 3 3/4 inch form with gimmicks. So we're not going to be getting a lot of movie accurate like paint jobs all over it or accurate sculpts, but I think for the most part it does look pretty good. Definitely you can't recognize it as being part of the movie unless you kind of think it's like some kind of Terminator or something, but still looks pretty cool. We don't get that many color differences. We get a skin tone, some greens, mostly gray all across the mechanical suit. We get some yellow in his teeth, which is actually kind of creepy. I don't think I remember it being that yellow, but still pretty cool. And then we just get the brown for his hair, which is really slick back, kind of like mimicking the whole Green Goblin hat thingy from the comics. Not too bad. We get some detail on the side of his ear. Everything are basically plugged into his head and into his entire body that was supposed to heal him right in the middle of the transformation, which was a great scene. I really like the whole strobing lights, epic score in the background, really cool. We get a big frown / smile on the front of his face, looking pretty awesome. And then the entire rest of the suit is kind of movie accurate, but it's not at the same time. I like to think that the right side of his arm is mostly accurate, but then when we get to his left, I remember it having like a more flesh revealing, and that they had like these chips or this big robotic area just like attached to his palm, looking really gross. Then we get down to his legs. Again, this entire right section is green. Actually pretty clean paint work, nothing too sloppy, not too bad. And then we get some green on the left side of his foot, right at the top of it. On the back, I do remember there being a lot of gears, and this looks pretty accurate to how I remember it from the movie. Some random splotch of green right on his left butt cheek or his right. For articulation, we don't get much, but I guess it's kind of to be expected. He just goes side to side on the head, up and down enough, up pretty high actually. He has hinges to so shoulders go out that much. They do go forward, no oval swivel, no wrist, no ab crunch, no waist, and the legs just swivel forward and back, and that's it. For accessories, we do get Green Goblin's glider, which is not too bad, basically sharing the same paint job as the figure with grays and greens. We do get some really cool sculpt work, at least I like to think so. We get some like imprints of a foot right there with like some holes, some treads at the bottom, same with this side. And we do get like this yellow electronic symbol, which is kind of like a magnet, which you use for the gimmick. And then we got some other sculpt work going around here. Kind of does look accurate to how I remember it. Kind of too big for this part, but it's just for the purpose of the gimmick. And I guess some little pew pew guns at the end. And there's no turbo thingy at the bottom or anything. So kind of basic. And you take your Green Goblin, it has a peg hole. The right side has it too. And then you plug that in, and then you take the left side and boom. I don't know if you saw that, but it would pop out the bottom of the wings. And yeah, it just exposes the other side. Not too bad of a gimmick. Not really necessary. He does look pretty good. The fact that he has a really good ball hinge for the head kind of does make it look really cool when you have him kind of like in these kind of scenes. Not too bad. The gimmick is unnecessary, but that's not the reason I bought it. I just really wanted it because I wanted to have a movie Green Goblin. In terms of scale, Harry Goblin does stand closer to 4 1/4 inches tall. For this comparison, here he is to the Green Goblin for the Amazing Spider-Man 1 3/4 inch wave. Here is the ultra-posable Spider-Man. This guy actually looks pretty good in scale, not too bad. Around the same height actually makes sense. And he doesn't have a villain who is actually shorter than him, aka Lizard. And if you'd rather have him in a Marvel Universe display, here is the black suited Spider-Man from the 2-pack that came with Magneto. So that's my review on the Air Raid Green Goblin. Kind of a late figure to come out at this point of the year. It's already come out with the Blu-ray and everything else. I do think that maybe this figure was kind of kept kind of like a secret. They're trying to keep Green Goblin from being seen as being part of the movie, to have the Gwen Stacy death be like this big surprise to everybody. But it wasn't. All the commercials that came out kind of just ruined it. I still like Green Goblin in the movie. He only was in there for like 5 minutes, but I still loved every moment of it. I loved Dane DeHaan as Green Goblin. And this figure isn't exactly the best. I just wanted him to have a movie look for the Green Goblin just to have it in my collection. I still do wish they would have released maybe like a Marvel Select Green Goblin, since I know the Marvel Legends probably couldn't include a big piece of a plastic glider in there, maybe for cost reasons. Anyway, this figure isn't too bad. I do wish he would have had a pumpkin bomb of some sort, since I can't see that this hand probably could be the best for holding it, since the arm kind of is hinged in a form that can only be like in this way, like it's always bent, and it's kind of on an angle with the ball joint. But anyway, that's my review. If I have to give it a rating, I guess it's 7 is kind of fair, maybe 6.5. Not too bad. If you really want it in your collection for the movie, go ahead and pick it up. It is, I think it's around $7 at retail price. Again, this was $5, so not too bad. I'm not sure if it's officially released, because I checked Amazon and for some reason it is $21. So definitely do not buy it from that price. And yeah, this has been my review. Please stay tuned for more from Gato Perro.